Wait, the pick rate is less, and the win percentage of Hearts of Aura is actually higher than.
Okay, but besides the obvious, let's see if there's anything interesting. Like we already mentioned the Astral Step. The Wolf Replica Aghanim's is still very strong. There's a lot of things you can combine it with in this pool, like Leap, even Phantom Strike on melee heroes, like to close the gap and get the maximum effect of it. Or something like Skelly Walk, which boosts your speed. There's also RP. It's always high value with some tools to initiate. Alright, and we
I
see
could definitely
Astral
see
Step
some
and Mirana.
interesting options for RP in terms of pulling people
First
together.
pick Astral Step. That's interesting. So
And unranged
he's gonna
hero,
pick
yeah.
Hearts of Aura? No? Okay.
Not
Interesting.
picking Heartstopper on Magnus. Yeah, that's surprising.
I cannot predict the Drugalki
Drugalki
picks.
picks, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't play that much AD, so their picks probably gonna be a little bit all over the place. But so far, Glaives on Lion, Empower on Magnus makes perfect sense. Heartstopper is picked up. The Astra is a bit questionable.
Why
Good
is he
stun
picking?
taken.
That's an
Arcane
interesting
Curse
pick.
is a link,
Arcane
yeah.
Curse into Ancient Seal. That's the meme here. Because it doubles the damage while silenced. Oh no. Silence penalty multiplier 1.5.
Yeah, it's
And
only 50% extra damage.
yeah,
Already
only.
picked up.
Hmm.
Still a lot
I
of
think,
Yeah.
damage.
yeah, with the Ancient Seal magic
Oh,
damage increase, it's
this I really did not expect the PA to pick RP. I thought this is a setup with a Phantom Strike for Lycan, and also I don't think that either Klings or Silence really want to pick RP, since they don't want to go in close.
And PA really doesn't want to be the one to jump in an RP, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna pick Vacuum on PA.
Or Leap, or Skelly Walk, or Skewer. All work.
Leap,
Yeah, it's
you
Leap
called
in the
that.
end.
Uh,
What do you think about this Klings build though? That's way too mana intensive for that hero, if you ask
yeah.
me.
Can press one button out of mana.
Also, you already picked your first two spells, but he doesn't really have anything to be like effective in lane unless there's a core with Iron Shell, which I'm not sure works that well.
And I thought he's
Here,
post 5 player, isn't he? Is he playing offlane now?
we'll see.
The Dobby?
Let's
Uh,
see the rest of the draft. Also interesting pickup, the Shockwave on Lycan. Not much synergy with the Phantom Strike. Lion build meanwhile
Lion
looks
carry.
pretty good.
Alright.
Yeah, that
It's gonna
looks
be
very
good.
nice.
That's gonna be good. So no need to pick ulti. Blur
Yeah.
maybe? He picks the ulti because he doesn't know that Mirana cannot pick ulti. That's like beginner's fault. Picking ulti when the enemy already has ulti picked.
Yeah, it's probably just not certain, but there's some good stuff you can pick, like Skelly Walk, Blur. Always nice to have. Even the Feral could have been probably good in Magnus. Yeah, we see the Blur pickup. You can probably refresh with Aghanim's Shapeshift every time you get a kill. I'm not sure there's anyone on your team you want to turn into the
Dog,
wolf there.
yeah.
And another nice shard picked up on the Lion. And Bristle picking up Ghoul.
Oh, the
I
ancient
would.
seal pick. Okay,
Wouldn't you rather
slightly
see
it's
the
just
Quill
gonna.
Spray on the Bristleback instead of the Ghoul? The Heartstopper. Side pickup. Also picking Finger when the PA cannot pick ultimate. Probably once again a certain one he wants to pick. I think this Kings really needs to pick the mana drain right now, otherwise I don't see this working out for him. And let's search instead.
I mean, he can rush um, Soul Ring to
With
sustain the.
16 strength hero,
Oh,
when he
Yeah?
pops that,
soaring
it's
feels
already
so
like...
rough on Clinks.
Also surprised the Silence actually picks up the mana brain instead of the Starstorm for the
Yeah.
double X. And Skywrath playing basically Skylancer.
Yep. Silencer, I like that. Or is he picking Burning Barrage? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very powerful iron right there. The Skyride build looks also pretty good.
I expect Dagger to be picked up by the Magnus here.
Yeah, you can always pick up just the quills for the lane, but yeah, okay,
Went
Bristle
with the bristle
back.
back.
So it looks like this Magnus is offlaner, Lion carry, and Guy mid.
Skyride mid, yeah, that would make the
Then
most sense.
4
Ye-
silencer and 5 clinks, and he's just skip the
Yeah,
Iron Shell and spam concussive shots.
I
And
could tell you, I
switch.
wouldn't want to have this Kings on my lane as a
I was
5.
gonna say, does that even work though? I mean, it's
I mean, the concussive shot spam is pretty good.
gonna be
80
pretty
mana,
good. I
120
guess
damage, and
he'll have the
slow.
mana to sustain 80
Yeah.
mana
Yeah,
from
but he
that.
will cast it 2 times and he's done.
Nah, it's only 80 mana. It's
80
really cheap
mana, he'll
spell.
be okay.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing, King's just
Oh.
got a little bit of a mana pool because he's expected to use Burning Barrage and Skeleton Walk, these kind of things, but it's just not a lot.
Really
Yeah.
cost efficient spell.
That being said, the the Radiant picks are kind of all over the place.
It feels like Radiant didn't have a real plan who's gonna be right clicking as carry or who's gonna be offlane, etc. They just randomly pick
Prepare for
spells
battle.
they wanted.
We're probably gonna see just Mirana 1 and the Bristle mid, right?
Yeah.
But the Bristle has a very awkward build, and it looks like you will just want to build like Axe and just go right click with the Dead Pulse and Heartstopper as
Exactly.
something to get through the lane. But I think that's kind of a waste. So let's see if it works out. The Lycan has kind of interesting, a little bit all over the place build. Probably something you just want to poke with the Shockwave and all in with the pulse inside.
Already pinged the PA top. Did he see him place the ward or
Yeah, they placed it right on top of him.
This
30
PA build
seconds
though, I
to
like very
battle.
much. It's probably very much in your style, Rock too, right? You
Yep.
can leap in, skewer them from behind, drop the remnant as they're being skewered. So they
I
get
just
stuck.
buy shard, then you leap in, deal damage, because leap shard deals damage now.
Yeah,
And then you haunt toss them, skewer them back into Ether
remnant.
Remnant.
Yeah.
Or
And you
you,
can
you
even
you even prepare the Ether Remnant before you start the whole thing. And you skewer them back into your Remnant. But it's a really fun build, but it's hard to pull off.
yeah,
And that's what
execution heavy, but very
yeah,
interesting.
that's what I would like to draft in a pub game.
Yeah, but you can make a lot of plays. A lot of way to pop the RP too. Even
Yeah.
reposition yourself or other heroes to push them together and then RP.
He also went for the boots first. I'm expecting
I
him
guess.
to get the skewer, and
Yeah, and
what
just
I would do is try to skewer them on the cliff there.
yeah, the boots so he can just ult run the enemies, walk behind them essentially, and then skewer them where he wants to. Very ult-inish, since he doesn't have any like mana or more sustain than just tangos, but I suppose it's just what he wants to do. Is Radiant safe lane gonna be very strong though? You will have Searing Arrows in the lane against
Sorry.
squishy heroes and the Earth Spike into Hex
Steering
on the
arrows, feral impulse, and stifling dagger. Really, really strong laning spells.
yeah, and your
Like
support has Hex and Earth Spike. It's gonna be
yeah,
very rough lane for anyone.
and the offlane is really bad for Dire. I mean the Magnus is tanky, but you just kill the support over and over, and then the Magnus is not free farming creeps.
I mean, the early on the Bristleback or Blur doesn't really help that
battle
much with
begins.
tankiness, I would say. He's probably just end up skilling the Empower, so he's also gonna push the lane. And his
Lion,
co-partner is the Squinks,
Lion is offlane. Okay, interesting.
so they're putting the Empower as a safe lane now. Lion will be probably played as a Space Maker then. I'm surprised his skill Skeleton Walk level 1 is giving up all the harass from the Glaives. Level 1. And we see also Tri-Lane from the Radiant, or just early kill with the Skewer into tower.
Do they have detection? Ah.
Dropped the sentry, they brought it with them.
Oh! Oh no!
And he walks into sentry range, but he should survive.
Get him out of the earth spike. Feels bad, man. Now the skeleton walk already paid off.
Bro,
Denied.
big brain right there. Yeah,
And
but
never mind. Oh wait, skeleton
no,
walk
there's
again?
Still
there's the
skeleton walk
sentry.
under
He's
a
still in the sentry range? Oh, not
Not
anymore.
It's gone
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah, but what you gonna do? You're just gonna now AFK from the lane, TP back. That's very awkward.
It's actually just AFK there at that right that spot.
Yeah, but when he walks
Oh
up, he will
no.
just get spiked. Oh, the
Dire's
chicken.
turret
Scythe on
has
the
been
courier.
killed.
Oh, doesn't get it.
Meanwhile, Pia into top lane, try to kill chicken, and she will pay for it with her life.
Bring it in. That's first blood. Ah, first blood. And so much more shall soon be spilled.
But meanwhile, they were doing shenanigans in the bottom. The Lycan was suffering in the top lane. There's only one CS. Still level 1. No HP, no regen.
But he has a big creep wave coming.
Almost had that.
He's
Yeah,
queued
but
up with face boots with his spell build. That's a bit weird.
yeah, the side is very expensive, especially, so he will have some problems with the mana pool.
Like, I would expect him to go mana boots into Aghanim's.
Pretty much, yeah, that
Yeah.
would be the build. And then something to probably capitalize on the all-in aspect with like E-Blade or something. And then you can probably just tank up.
Yeah, just I mean that's already strong, right? The two Aghanim spells, Resonant Pulse, Shockwave,
Both pretty good. I mean,
and that just with an Octarine. Lol, my favorite item.
yeah, we probably wants to jump in with the Phantom and the Pulse, right? So not that much effectiveness from all the extra range. Still nice to poke it with the Shockwave.
Mostly
Meanwhile, the mid's quite even, but I think it would favor over time the Bristle more and more with the Heartstopper Dead Pulse. Bottom, unsurprisingly, going in the favor of the Mirana, but Darkseer getting pretty low there. It has no mana either. And top lane seems like just the pain and suffering for the Radiant.
oh my god. Oh, he got a CS.
Yeah, the poorest score on the map, the Lycan.
Yeah.
A big arrow in the mid lane lands all the way from across the river. And that's a good kill. I just wanted to say that this lane is gonna look worse and worse for Sky, because he was in no position to contest the runes. But the arrow and a kill
Radiant's middle tower
secures the
is
mid
under
for him.
attack.
Desperately trying to kill Radiant top and he'll get the one, but the other guy slipped away there with just a tiny sliver of health.
Yeah, the problem with that PA build, as I said, you can make a big plays with it, but when it comes to skirmishes like this, there's not a whole lot you can do. Especially when you dive you under the tower. Skewering them under doesn't really help a whole lot.
Expecting another big
Mm.
arrow and it
Oh,
just
another
missed.
arrow?
Yeah,
Missed.
close. Silence on level 3 put 2 points in the mana drain. What do you think about that one?
I
Radiant's
mean,
courier has been killed.
he just want to sustain the arrow, right?
I
And
mean,
the
it's pretty
level.
solid mana pool already.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What's he using the
Oh.
vacuum for? That's the real question, right?
But if I were him, I would just max the arrow, right? If you're looking for this big pickoffs, the much longer stun would help. 0.6 done with each level on top.
Doubles the damage on level 2.
Yeah.
But
That
maybe things like sucking the mana of Darkseer is worth more in this lane.
Yeah, but he's not really being in the lane at
Yeah.
all.
He's just running around, stacking,
Yep.
going to camps, trying to get arrow targets. On the wall top, they've abandoned the lane
Oh,
and now trying
nice
to kill the
pick
flanks
off.
in the river.
And they get him, I think.
Yep. There's no escape.
My claws big.
Honk. Map.
Not skilling Resonant Pulse on the Lycan. What about that one? Especially considering the right click is all that the Magnus does.
I mean, if he really goes for face boots, I can understand because he doesn't have mana to use it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would really like to see him instead going Mana Pulse and just kill the Pulse in the lane. Let's see what he does with his build, I suppose.
Expecting
No,
another big
trying
arrow
to
coming
pick
up
up
mid,
on
and there we
PA.
see it.
Yeah, but she TPs in and she doesn't have even mana to skewer. Like PA, the second lowest end model in the game. She probably needs something to boost that mana pool a little bit too. A Lycan being dived top. I don't think there's anything you can do about this one.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is
this
under attack.
top line is quite disaster for Radiant.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Did it just me or did
Dire's
everyone on?
structures are fortified.
Okay, it was me. No, it's not me. Everyone's queued up like face boots on Radiant side.
Not
Dire's
just
bottom tower is under attack.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
I can
probably
change. But
some
like,
spectator back for sure. It's just Bristleback and the Mirana that
yeah,
also
Bristol
hit.
yeah, but why Mirana? She has Feral Impulse
Yeah,
that
she
deals
switched that.
40% bonus damage. So of the 10 agility you get
Gives
from
you
the
14.
power
Yeah.
treads, yeah, you get 14.
So we've
So
got the astral step to get around everything as well, right? Like, not like
so
she
you get
Yeah.
needs
14
the
damage from
phase.
14 damage from face boots over the 12 damage
Radiant's top tower is
from
falling.
14 damage on power treads over the 12 from face boots.
You also get the
Uh,
attack speed on the treads
and you get attack
the
speed on top, yeah.
flexibility. Yeah.
And you also get some armor because agility, but yeah, I don't get it.
And I think in general, if you are buying face boots on range 0, you need to have a really good reason for it. Like you really need, for example, the face movements.
Yeah, or the armor. But
Yeah.
yeah, you don't
But
need armor on an agility hero. Oh, they go bot.
okay,
Big
nice
go.
pick off. Yeah.
They got the mid. And now the line is set as well. He has no mana.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Very messy gank. Well, gank dive by the Dire. Diving into 3 people and just
Radiant's
feeding 2
courier
kills.
has been killed. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Also, the Sky Wrath did not skill his ultimate. And
Oh,
it's level
another
8.
arrow. Hitting mid. Now suck him dry.
And it's arrows on points. Okay. I kind of expected Silencer to stay there and hit
Yeah,
or
immediate
suck people.
rotation, they punish it.
So a little bit back and forth. Some the counter initiation from each side. Meanwhile, top tower fell. This line has been completely abandoned. We see the Bristleback actually rotates top, take over. I don't think the Lycan can last in the mid either. With the Skyward harass. And he switched up from the face boots into straight up raid packs. I would much rather see the Aghanims on him. Yeah, I think they a bit of overestimated the damage on the Radiant. And the Scarab picks a double kill.
Is under attack.
And it looks like it will be triple.
You down there, you are dominating. That is a triple kill.
Holy moly.
And
Yeah, and we
like,
see Burning Barrage actually consumes mana when Glaives is active.
Yeah.
Oh,
meanwhile,
Mirana feed.
Mirana tries to get pick on the Skyrath, but instead of feels after she bursts through her astral steps. Also, we see that the only reason why Skyrath survived is that the Lycan didn't have actually mana to cast his Reaper Sight after the Shockwave Phantom Strike.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I bet he wish she went for the mana pots. at this
Yeah.
point. Instead,
Radiant's
the
bottom
Skyrath gets
tower
the
is
triple
under
kill.
attack.
Silencer level 6 with a finger. So maybe we'll see another gank with the arrow into finger. It's also
Oh my
nice
god,
setup for the flare.
that Magnus is already at 100
Radiant's bottom
CS.
tower is under
30
attack.
denies. He has more denies than
Lycan
Lycan has
last.
CS.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that top
no,
lane has
no.
been rough. I think it was a really mistake to go Shockwave into Phantom Strike and to build stats into phase boots. Should really needed to be the Remnant with the early mana boots. And the
Seems tilted.
PA is still having no item that boosts her mana pool whatsoever, and she's rushing Blink Dagger with her Leap and Skewer.
Yeah, she can cast 2 spells and then out of mana.
I
Nice.
mean, if she has the 10 stick charges, then she can cast her spells once. Yeah, not sure about that one either.
Uh-oh. Use the TP, now you can only cast 2 spells. Oh
Yeah,
no, no.
it's a bit problematic.
Oh, yes, that is a double kill.
Yeah, the Dire is getting away with the game, and it's looking more and more rough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It seems to be the Radiant is just trying to pick fights that they shouldn't be trying to pick at this point in the game.
The Dire is much stronger for sure, and they just play still very aggressive on the Radiants.
Is under attack.
Like, for example, here, Bristle just trying to dive the Skywrath Mage, who's 3 levels ahead of him, with no one to back him up. Immediately dies after Dire rotates, and now we will see probably Dire rotation bottom.
And collapse, and
Leap.
they may find the PA hiding in the tree, or they may go looking for more. They do see the PA in the tree.
With that, a waste of RP, I would say. And the PA pays with her life anyway, because she doesn't have even mana for more leaps.
Is it a feed?
And
Is it a
Mirana
bait?
also dies, yeah.
It's a feed. 4 perma in for Lion. He's happy
Uh,
now.
Yeah, and
Finally
the
perma int.
PA cannot really afford to lose the int. She already struggles to cast her spells. She actually cannot even cast her spells right now. Not even 3 of them, if she wants
Yep.
to use RP.
Oh, they got 3 rotating mid. They look for more PAs in the area,
Yeah,
but
and this looks
one
like another
spell
double
cast
kill.
and she's done. Just gets moved down for
And the Lycan and Bristle go in.
I just want to see the Lion fighting with them to collect that perma int.
It's just been down on the bottom this whole time.
Is under attack.
Yeah, this looks very rough already.
They don't have a single mana boots on Radiant. So if the Lion just stays with the team, killing them over and over, they won't have mana to cast their spells.
They don't have mana boots, but they have 2 face boots, one on Mirana already finished, and one on Bristle.
Yeah, and 2
And
Tranquils.
Radiant's
I'm
middle
not a
tower
big
is
fan,
under
and what's
attack.
killing them right now is the magic damage that's coming up from the Skyrath and the Silencer.
Yep.
And the Ancient Seal has not been skilled yet,
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
which I think they desperately need. Big arrow. Almost hits. But I think that's already that Darkseer right there. Just
my god,
Arcane Bolt should be
that
enough.
damage.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Veil of Discord, forgotten item.
Radiant structures
I don't
are
see it much
fortified.
nowadays. I mean, the heroes that used to buy it kind of fell off the favor, right? Don't see many Sand King cores and stuff like that these days.
I also feel that like the Bias kind of replaced it for the heroes that normally would buy it for just the pure sort of spell amp.
Mm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It also boosts your mana pool more significantly. PA is still rushing that
Radiant
Blink
are
Dagger.
scanning.
And Darkseer is unfortunately falling again.
Under attack.
Chris
But
is
the
running in like a
Radiant, for some
madman.
reason, tries to fight into this, but I don't think that's the call. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And PA dies before the RP comes off. No, the Geda pick off, but the Magnus already going in with the shapeshift. Then I expect he will just clean up.
Radiant's
Lucky
top tower
Bash.
is under attack.
Beshek.
Let's say it like that. He did not need it.
Yeah.
This down to volcano. What made you
And
think
2 more cores fall from the Radiant.
He goes
Yeah,
for
but even
Blink BKB on Magnus. Why Blink? He has the dog form. I mean, I like Blink always, but is it the best item he can get for that one?
I mean, at this point, they're so far ahead, it probably doesn't
Yeah, it
care.
doesn't
But he
matter.
switched it up to AC,
Oh no,
which makes more
goes
sense.
AC, yeah.
The sad part was when the Radiant lost 4 heroes and they killed only Skywrath for them. It still favored Gold Wise, the Radiant side. That's how far behind they are.
Oh no, PA goes back for Force Staff as well. She finally realized I might need some int to cast my spells. And Force Staff is easier to get, because only 1k opponents instead of
Yeah.
2.
At this point, it increases her mana pool by 50%. That single staff of wizardry. Athos already pick up on Skywrath. So
Oh my
let's
god.
see.
Silence.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Mirana!
the Mirana went for such an aggressive Astral Step. And yeah, now
Dire's
Darkseer
middle
dies
tower
too.
is under attack.
Oh, the jukes?
There's no way he escapes here. Lion tip is in to secure the end, but unfortunately comes too late. Also face boots on Lion and Raid Band.
If he really wants the int, I really want to see his shard, because the Glaives of Wisdom bounce with shard. I want to see how it interacts with Burning Barrage.
Meanwhile, the Magnus diving 4 people in the bottom. And it looks like
Solo.
he's getting
Oh,
away. No, at least he
Reapers.
doesn't die. Oh, he dies. Never mind.
Nice.
A little bit too ballsy. Right
He was
there.
just testing his strength.
Well, in his
Yeah.
defense, there wasn't 4 heroes when he started that.
True, true. It's only 3.
They definitely do have the burst, as we saw right there. Wow.
Oh, is PA Day from the one arcane bolt? Oh,
I
oh,
mean, even if
90
you're
HP.
this far ahead, probably don't want to like rush in against the site in particular. That's one way you can get punished. Well, let's just say they're having good time on the dire,
Yep.
and they're feeling themselves a little bit.
Please
Skywrath
buy shard
working,
on Lion.
yeah, Skywrath working on Aganim, that's gonna be like amazing.
AoE last word. Ooh, arcane bolts.
Double
Just
arcane bolts
press.
and two mystics. It's going to be quite disgusting.
Tower is under attack.
Hit him, Mirana. Oh my god. Okay.
Punch a wall.
A little bit back and forth. BA falling. But does not feed in at least.
Think they could have killed this guy if Mirana didn't pussy out, but just hit. He doesn't.
Probably, but that would
He
also
was
give
afraid
them.
when he got
Tower is under
silenced
attack.
and ran away instead of just right clicking.
Radiant's
Primitive
bottom tower
immortal.
has fallen.
Tier 2 bottom falls, that means also the outposts will fall, and they'll lose access to the jungle entirely.
Gem on silencer.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah, we have seen it for a while. He was been clearing up the vision in the jungle area.
Yeah, I think it's just about Dire when they want to end the game.
Yeah, they probably need a little bit of time. We don't want to rush into the high ground. It's one way to throw the lead, but looks like they just will not mind and just go in. Yeah, if you are this far ahead, I suppose you can just push the high ground 20 minutes in like that.
And I like Lion queued up the shard. Nice. I hope I see how it works before the game ends.
I
I've
mean,
never seen it.
in practice, it should simply bounce off each target once, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be insane, I think.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Oh,
Dire's top
that's
tower
Rex,
is under
22
attack.
minutes in. Not what you want to see.
Radiant's middle tower has
Shard
fallen.
ist nicht mehr bounce, sondern silence nach 4 hits. Oh, they changed the shard? Every 4 attacks, Grave silence an enemy for 1.75
true.
seconds.
It got
Additionally,
changed.
it increased the int stolen per attack by 2 and per kill to 4.
Yeah, the bounce
Uh-huh.
is now talent and silencer.
Ah,
It's no
okay.
longer the shard.
Well said. Very sad. But every 4 attacks, so basically in one burning barrage, he silences everyone in the barrage, right?
A little bit like a curse. Yeah, this Skyrock is melting them, and now he has enough money to buy the Aghanims too.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
AC finished in Magnus. Perfect for that pushing into the base.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And I suppose somebody told them we are behind the schedule, and Drugalki decided it will be a quick one. Okay, we have BKB on Bristleback, which
And
he will
Wolf
use.
Bite on Magnus, just for
Skyrock.
the memes. Yeah. Just for the memes.
I mean, the Blur Aghanims is pretty good. The Dispel and all of that.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah, but there's no other target you want to turn into Wolf on your team. All these hero prefer to stay ranged.
Yeah, just being able to purge off things instantly and be like invisible like perma invisible, like even better than invisible. Because if you're in blurred form, not even sentries can see you. It's like a better cloak and dagger.
And you can also attack without revealing yourself too.
Yeah, it's broken. The refreshing cooldowns is just the icing on the cake. It's worth buying it even without a good spell to refresh. That's a meme. That's the meme part. I like to pick it with Tombstone and then buy Dagon just to get the last hits. But that's the meme part.
Chat probably when heard that cried inside. Everybody's repressed memories of Rob support emerged. And the mid racks are already opened up, so and they're
There
probably
is no
push
Rob
now.
support in pop games. There is Rob Core or Rob Grief. That's the two options you have.
No, you heard him.
Ah! One more finger sack, up to 5.
Wow, that's
Radiant's middle barracks
PA
Yeah,
just
GG. Just
no.
call it. We're behind schedule.
middle barracks has
You
fallen.
cannot turn it. Just face the facts. Assassins.
It's their only game.
Middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top tower
Assassins had a really good showing this year. I mean, they weren't as strong as some of these, maybe some top tier teams last time, but changes they made and what they've done to sort of really step it up this year for this tournament, I should say, has been quite impressive.
The Drugalki?
Tiarin Assassins.
Oh, yeah. They had some very convincing games in the lower bracket. But
Oh, Mirana solo killed the lion. Copium. Comeback. Ah, close.
that was
Yeah, so 3 people are AFK in the fountain. Okay, they call it. Discussing
GG's
if they should
call.
call it now or if they die one more time. TikTok.
Yeah, as I said,
Nice,
Tiarin
the
had
TikTok
some-
was on time. TikTok when the game ended. Perfect.
But yeah, as the RGB, as you said, the TRM has some really nice games, especially in the lower bracket, so they definitely stepped it up.
Yeah, that's
Drugalki-
may have been very one-sided and that kind of thing, but it's definitely not a testament to their performance.
Yeah,
This tournament.
Drugalki is definitely up there when it comes to the powerhouses.
Yeah, and we saw
So-
that game. I think, in terms of just every little misstep that Tyrion's Assassins did in terms of trying to step in, they got punished for it.
Mhm. Yeah, any overaggression was immediately punished by rotation. They kind of set themselves up with the quite questionable both builds, the item purchases, even the skill orders, a little bit messy.
Yeah, and I kind of asked this to the guys earlier because I kind of felt the same sort of last weekend where, it's felt a little more brawly last weekend where teams were sort of fighting a little bit more, a little more scrappy, that kind of thing. And, maybe it's the kind of thing where the nerves have calmed down. We've gotten into the main tournament, that kind of thing. And maybe the early nerves fly up again and they want to be back to that sort of brawly mode when things have changed slightly away from that.
It could also possibly because now when the team loses, they're seriously facing the squad. Well, the chance of dropping out the tourney. Well, obviously in this best of ones, it makes sense to play it probably more safe. Whereas before, even if you lose, the teams usually just drop to the lower bracket, right? And your chances are still there, so you can play more aggressive, probably. Yeah. We've seen the previous game too, right? With the no jungle playing it really safe when they fell behind, just waiting it out. In the end, it turned into 80 minutes